Now in season 5, when I was part of the show and we went up Cape York, Leash was driving her little Suzuki, awesome little car.
It was. Well, it overheated a lot.
It gave me a mechanical grease, but it was still awesome, absolutely awesome. And you drove the 79 series as a camera car. I seem to remember panel damage, and I fixed lots of things in the engine bay, lots of times.
She doesn't know most of that yet.
Well, she does now.
It's true, it's true. Look, the 79 this year has gone through a massive, massive overhaul. So after Cape York, it basically sat in the paddock for a year while Leash drove a GQ in Tassie. And she didn't love that as much as we thought she would. So it's been time to put the 79 back together. It's gone through so much work. So let's take a look at the build.
So the 79 is back, and look, I did use the 79 in season 5. Loved it, it had a great build on it. It was really awesome. And then last season we decided that we'd go with the GQ, we'd flip sides, we'd see how that all was. And to be honest, I kind of missed the Cruiser a little bit, and I sort of thought, you know what, let's bring the Cruiser back. Issue was she had a few problems and we had to get those fixed before we could really do anything. So problem number 1 was the engine.
After taking it down to Andrew and the team from Berrima Diesel, we quickly worked out that the motor was not going to last. So it was time for a rebuild. Our good mate Steve from Adventure Corp handled the removal of the motor.
So my experience with Steve and the guys from Adventure Corp was awesome. They are so passionate about what they do, but they're also just really fun-going guys. And I was able to get in there, they were able to teach me a few things. It's not often that you can sort of spend some time with someone who's pulling apart an engine and they actually let you ask all the silly questions in the world.
Alrighty guys, so it's time to get this off to Southern Engines, get this thing done.
Southern Engines are the only people that I would trust to rebuild my engine. And I knew that from the moment we arrived. Matt and the team have such a passion for doing everything right. They know all kinds of motors, especially four-wheel drives.
Honestly, no better person to be able to rebuild your engine. And the machinery that they have, some of it is the only stuff in the country. So you're in good hands when that's the case.
Matt and the team rebuilt the FTE motor from bottom to top. Everything was washed down, removed, and then replaced.
So the other big part of this build was putting a new canopy on the back. Now, the guys at Bodyworks, they're custom, they do everything the way that you'd like them. And having a canopy on there before, I really I think understood what worked, what didn't, and what I wanted to change. And these guys were great because I was able to just scribble it down on a bit of paper and explain why, and they turned it into what it is now.
Next, it was time to get the motor back in. The Adventure Corp boys had this under control.
Alrighty Steve, so the guys are finishing up in the back. Now I've seen how this works. It's always on TV. You turn the key, everything starts wonderful.
Perfectly.
It sounds beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be?
No, that's never how it is.
Oh well, send it back.
See, it never happens.
Now, I've always joked about having a purple car, and everyone's always just sort of laughed at me about it and just kind of thought that's never going to happen. And this year I said, well, how about we go purple? And I got back, all right, let's do it. And I went, oh, okay, we're actually doing this.
The wrap was done by the team at Bathurst Signs, and these guys are amazing. From helping me select the colour through to getting the job done fast. Then it was off to Berrima to see what kind of power we could get out of the new motor. Berrima have fitted up a GTurbo, DPChip X, a plug-and-go throttle controller, and tuned the vehicle to turn out some very nice figures.
So I finished down here at Berrima Diesel, and I have to say I can't thank the guys enough for everything that they have done. This is a family-run business, and I guess you can really see the passion that these guys have for what they do, and I don't trust many people with this particular rig. This thing is a completely different beast. It is beautiful to drive. I can't wait to finish this build.
With the boys at Bodyworks going hard to get the tray finished, it was time to refresh a bunch of the gear on the Cruiser. So it was off to Opposite Lock. Up front, we replaced the old bullbar with a new winch bar from Opposite Lock, a pair of Lightforce HTX2 driving lights, and a King 1 winch. The new Clearview next-gen mirrors were fitted and a few sneaky mods inside the cab, including the new XRS Connect and the new armrests and drink holders from One Stone. Next, we headed back to Luke Bodyworks to get the tray and canopy all fitted up.
So with this particular canopy, guys, I've gone with something that's really modular. So this area here is really practical, but it's also going to serve as the dog box. So the shelf can come out, the middle part can come out, everything can move. What started as a scribble on a bit of paper has turned into my dream setup.
Then it was over to our mates at Tough Dog, where we rebuilt the suspension to suit the new weight of the lighter canopy and tray. We also fitted a set of air assist airbags to give some extra support when towing. New alloy wheels and a set of Toyo MTs give the cruiser a tough stance.
So this year we're running the Toyo MTs or mud terrains. So I'm really looking forward to being able to actually get out and test those.
Finally, before hitting the road, the cruiser took a trip up to all 4x4 spares for the guys to give the old girl a health check and fit the new clutch from Exceedy. Now, I'm glad we did this because the team found some pretty big issues with the front brakes and ended up doing a full replacement set. I can't wait to take my old girl around Australia once again.